What did you see on that last defensive play for you guys?
I think it was just a great all-around possession. Everybody locked in, and obviously a big play that we made, and forcing the turnover in that situation was big time by us. And yeah, it was just a huge stop.
CJ, can you kind of run us through that final play in which you gave the Hawks the lead to, go in? Obviously, you had to play defense to actually get the win, but the last offensive possession when you made the basket kind of swiftly, left a little time on the clock to give the Knicks some time, but the defense won the game.
Yeah, Quinn drew up a winner for us. Great pen, great ATO guy, good all-around coach, and we just executed it. Just how we drew it up. Those are the things that we work on in practice, after practice, post shoot around, and there's a reason why we're in the position that we're in. Is execution. It's the little details, and I would have liked to not give up an M1 to Jalen. Hell of a move to take the lead, but we dug deep and did what it takes to win these types of games by getting a stop at the end.
Jalen, can you just talk a little bit about the physicality out there? The one play they were on you at the end of the game, you're able to get the ball back and finish. Just overall, the physicality of the series so far.
Yeah, I mean it's the playoffs. Obviously, just still trying to adjust to it and still learning. Obviously, going back and watching film and obviously trying to match their physicality. I think I did a better job of doing that tonight. So just got to continue to stay strong, play low, and just continue to try to play through all that.
Fellas, just we talk about Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson and those guys, but one guy that you all were able to neutralize tonight is Mikal Bridges. Just talk about you all's ability to kind of neutralize him, knowing that he's also, a major piece when it comes to their success.
I think for us, it's just about guarding with five. We understand what's at stake here, and Jalen had another good night. Towns was efficient and effective. 17 rebounds. He killed us on the boards. OG hit timely baskets. McBride hit some big shots. Clarkson was on the rebounds again. I mean, obviously, Mikel's minutes were down. They didn't play him as much. They went with Deuce, and he hit 5 threes. So I think, for us, it's just about sticking to the game plan. We don't really worry about the opponent. We can't control that. They're going to make adjustments each night. And I think for us, it's just about doing what we can to perform at a high level and try to get wins.
Hey, guys, this question's for both of you. Just what was the atmosphere like and just hearing the fans cheer for you guys?
It was amazing. I think just the energy they brought from the jump, even the warm-ups, like you could feel the energy immediately. And that energy is contagious. Like we feed off that. Like everybody understands, protecting home court, and they made the home court advantage real. So it was fun playing in front of them tonight.
Yeah, I think this is exactly what I envisioned, being able to play a home game in the playoffs, hostile environment, celebrity row, all of Atlanta basically out. We got Falcons, we got rappers, we got entertainers. And I think for us, as a kid, you always envision being able to play in big moments, being able to, really test out your skill set, test out, what you worked on and what you honed on over the summer and behind closed doors. And, all of our guys work really hard. All of our guys take their job seriously, and our staff as well. And we earn the right to be in these moments, and I'm happy to see us delivering.
Yeah, for both of you guys, you didn't really get to see a lot of JK even after he came here. I think he only played 16 games for you guys. But what, I guess, A, are you surprised by what you've seen? But B, kind of how has he been able to fit in so well into this playoff series, guarding Towns on one end and giving you so much offense at the other?
Yeah, I think, for one, I don't think anybody's surprised on what he's doing. Like CJ said, everybody works hard. Everybody puts in the work, and especially JK. I think he's really just embracing, where he's at the moment, and he's really taking, our team to another level, especially on both ends. So just him constantly playing with physicality, playing with force, it makes him very hard to guard. So he's been doing a good job of that, and hopefully he continues to do that.
Yeah, he's been awesome. He's a pro, obviously. He has championship DNA coming from the Warriors. He understands how to play the game the right way. The athleticism is, off the charts. You see the explosiveness. He's got a midi. He knows how to post up. He knows how to screen. He knows how to change his angles. And defensively, he can guard 1 through 5. And I think to JJ's point, we all were in the gym last night, right? Like, this means something to us. When you have guys that live it and love it, I think it's easy to root for each other. It's easy to be selfless. It's easy to empower each other and be happy. And he was in a not so great situation, and now he's found a happy home.
Yeah, for CJ, just you talked about envisioning these moments as you're growing up, being in these moments. What's it feel like now? 2 straight games, kind of being the guy to come through, and is it just kind of building in your head that, give me the ball if we need a shot to win the game, I'm going to hit it.
I'm comfortable with failure, and I'm comfortable with success. I've played for a long time. I really cherish the game, and I know I'm closer to the end than the beginning. So I think for me, it's just about maximizing each day, maximizing your talents, and just really working. I think the team has a huge faith and belief in me and my talent and my ability, and I think they appreciate my approach. And I think, for me, throughout the game, down the stretch, whatever coach draws up, I'm living with it, whether it's for me or for JJ or for Nikhil. And I think we all have that same approach. And I could have missed those shots. I could have missed in New York. I could have missed at home, and I would have been approaching the game the same way. I think that's the sign of someone who's steady. That's the sign of someone who does things the right way. I don't get too high. I don't get too low. And I know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like to want to be in those situations. I know what it's like to be in those situations and fail. And I think for me, I've gotten to that point where I've never lacked confidence. I think that stems from preparation, work ethic, and how I was raised. And when you do things the right way and when you really work, you just show up. And now I'm just showing up.
As you gentlemen head into Game 4, obviously every game presents a new challenge. What will be some of the keys to Game 4 to picking up a victory and heading back to New York with an even bigger series lead?
I think kind of how we approached it tonight. The same mentality, starting off the game with a lot of energy, especially on the defensive end. I think we set the tone right away from the jump. So if we have that same mentality going into the next game, I think we'll put ourselves in a good position, going into the next game.
I think we just gotta do anything to help us win. We gotta get anything done by any means. It's not just battling Carl, but it's just being present. Fighting every moment, every position, and just being active every time.
In a similar vein to John's question, just that last possession, there was a lot going on. Dyson, fell. You had to kind of help. Just what do you feel like works for you guys to be so cohesive on defense?
I think every position, as much as we can, just coming together and staying poised. No matter, because if we messed up on offense, that carries a lot. But I think we're focusing more on defense, and whatever type of offense we go through, we're not trying to let that carry us, defensive wise. So I think on that time how we spoke, we came together and we all said we just need one step, by any means necessary. We got to all come together. And I think just that connection and being patient and, collectively coming together, I feel like things just working well.
You made some pivotal baskets in the fourth quarter to extend the lead and kind of keep the Knicks off you back at one point. And I saw you getting really fired up and embracing the Atlanta crowd. What were your thoughts overall about the fan base and just the intensity that they brought into the building tonight?
It was great. I don't know. This is my first time, playing a playoff here, but I feel like the Knicks had a lot of fans here. So, but our fans were great tonight. You just gotta, as much as we can, we just gotta include them. Big moments, anytime, they're with us. I feel like they give us that juice, and I think they're great. So I'm looking forward to see them again Saturday.
Coach Snyder talked about how this group has really come together and really makes sacrifices for each other. And he said, you're one of the guys that has really embraced that. Why has it been so easy for you to kind of embrace that from Coach Snyder and that mentality? And then in that final steal, kind of what was just going through your mind in the final seconds?
I think it only comes with one mindset. I think as much as you want to win, there's things you got to sacrifice. And just the small things that some people probably won't do it because they're doing different stuff. So you just gotta find those little things to sacrifice and do it for the guys and do it for our team, for everybody else. Do it for the team so we could win. And I think I've been in those kind of roles and situations where we gotta sacrifice for certain people, to help us win. And I think it's just been carrying away till now. So I mean, I'm very comfortable sacrificing for whoever and whenever and however. So that don't faze me, as long as I go out there and help us win or, just be a winner. I thought we had a couple more seconds left. I was trying to steal it and go, go score, but, just like things like that, just sacrificing, be able to get out there, and making plays, to not only scoring the basketball, doing things like that, small things like that matter sometimes.
Jonathan, this is a question. I want to ask you about Game 2 in New York at the end of the game. Nikhil was guarding Jalen Brunson, and Jalen started to do like a step-back move. And it looked like you kind of, right at the change of direction, when Nikhil had to change direction, it looked like you put your hand on his back to kind of keep him in the play. Was that a deliberate play? Do you even remember this? But is that something you do on purpose?
It's just instinct, and I think, I'm gonna give my praise to, the German. Growing up around him, watching him as much, I've seen him do that so many times. Like he is one of the best at doing that. I think it's something I'm not going again thinking about it, but just like seeing it, somebody doing it over time. Sometimes I don't know, it's just gonna click. And I think, but Nikhil is still in a good position, but just has been able to get that steal. Especially Nikhil, playing defense the way he was playing, and so But like I said, I watched Draymond so many times, and he's one of the best at doing things like that, small things that they won't go on the sheet. That helps a lot.
There was a sequence in the third quarter when Dyson had gotten a.
Sorry, say it again.
Yeah. There was a sequence in the third quarter when Dyson got the strip in the half court. You got out in transition, and Dyson hit you with the outlet pass where you had an easy look at the rim. Can you speak a little bit about Dyson's playmaking and defense and how impactful it's been to your game, but not just you and for the team in general?
I think Dyson is great for us. Like I say, he does a lot of things that don't be on the sheet, and those are the things that kind of help us win every single game or, keep us in flow. He's great at, he's one of the best defenders, in this league. He rebounds like crazy. Just him being on that floor, he helps us balance a lot of things. And he does a lot of things that don't show on the paper, but he helps us a lot, especially when it comes down to winning.
Hey, Jonathan, it looked like you and Mitch had some words for each other there. What happened during that, and was Mo there to kind of break it up?
I think it's just it's part of the game. I think there is a lot of emotion, going, in the game, and I think pushed me. I think I fouled Brunson or something like that, and then Brunson was cool, and then he came and pushed me, and like for no reason. So and we all dudes over there, so it's a lot of emotion going. They're trying to win, we're trying to win. So something that's just gonna get us going. And I think small things like that, get us going. So yeah.
Jonathan, as you all kind of look to Game 4 on Saturday, obviously it's going to be another physical battle. Obviously, the Knicks are going to come into that game hoping to steal one here on this court. What are some of the things that you all kind of need to clean up, and what are some of the things that you want to continue to strengthen as you go into Saturday's Game 4?
I think as we, as a team, as we all keep getting better, I think when it comes down to certain execution, because it's a very physical game, it's a very high intensity game. I think just us going back and cleaning on certain execution, offense and defense, and and being ready, for physicality, because I know Saturday is going to be another dogfight. So, like I said, just pretty much our execution, in moments where the crowd is involved, when nobody can hurt anybody. Like, how can we come together and and stay poised and executing plays?